What's up, guys? We have another unboxing for today, another massive unboxing. So it might seem a couple of days have passed since my last video, but in reality it's just been a couple of minutes since I finished my last unboxing, which is Shirahoshi. And so now we are moving on to the next big piece, which is Jimei Whitebeard. So there he is. Two massive boxes. So we have a 30 kilo box and a 27 kilo box. So let's begin with the first box. Here, guys, is the art box. Very nice. Okay. Edward Newgate. So it's a quite plain art box compared to other art boxes from Jimei. It just shows his name on the back, but a beautiful art box, art print at the top. I just noticed this sign put on by Jimei. It says here, ages 14 plus, adult collectible, not a toy. So it's funny that Jimei had to, I guess I had to educate people that this stuff right here, these are not toys, these are collectible figures or collectible statues. Although in reality, some people still refer to this hobby as toys, but anyway, we don't care what other people think. What we care about is how we feel about our collection. So we have here the styro of box A, which is just one styro, so I'm making a very intelligent guess that this box contains only the base of this statue. And as I've experienced with some of their releases, Jimei bases require one whole styro for itself. And it is in fact just the base, just how I was expecting it, but the instruction manual is not on this box, so I need to open up the box B first before I remove this, because I need the instruction manual to see if it contains the placement of the parts, so that I don't have to take a screenshot of this for reboxing purposes. So box B has the instruction manual. So let's see. So the instruction manual for Whitebeard also has the placement of the parts for easy reference when you want to rebox your figure. Man, this base is super heavy. It's a workout by itself. So I didn't have to go to the gym today because just carrying this and putting it on its turntable here is a bicep squat core workout on itself. Here is the front of Whitebeard ship Moby Dick. And that's it for box A. And other parts of box A is this charger and the frame. So box B is as usual a double layer, and these are all the parts. This is a nice anchor. Looks very realistic with its metal finishing. You see it looks rusty, and if you touch it, you would think that rust would rust would transfer to your fingers. That's how very detailed this anchor is, and it's quite heavy also. So I just realized that the chains are actually made of metal because I accidentally put it in contact with a magnet and it's magnetized. See? Very nice touch by Jimei for using real metals for the chains. Smoke piece goes here. Another huge smoke piece fits in here. A huge castle piece, super heavy, very solid. Slots right in here, and I need 2 hands to fit it in. Another smoke part goes here. A tower part goes here. And a small broken piece of a tower goes here. A small boat fits right in here. The sail fits here. This antenna piece fits right here. So I forgot another big smoke part that fits right at the bottom. I have here Whitebeard's legs, super long, super heavy. I can barely lift it with just one hand. So the pegs are here, and it slots perfectly. Now for the second biggest piece of this build is Whitebeard's half torso. As you can see, I needed to rest it on the table because I couldn't lift it long enough with just one hand. So let's see how we struggle with this one. So fitting it in his lower torso is not as hard as I thought it would be. It fitted in fairly easily, but I have to say that this torso is super heavy, probably because of this cape, because it's solid resin. So I'm just praying that over time this will not pose a problem, because this cape is super heavy. This here is the sleeves, and it will fit inside here. Okay, so guys, I had to cut this video short because my wife is already outside waiting for me, and she's already here to pick me up, and I hope she's not angry. There she is, guys. Say hello, guys. Or maybe I still have a few more minutes to finish this build before she gets angry and pick me up for us to go home. So let's make it quick. So this other sleeve fits here. Perfect. This here is, I guess, the shoulder decorations. So there's supposed to be a magnet here. And also for the other side. Cool. So guys, I'm gonna cut this video short because it's time to go home. So it's a new day, it's morning, and we're gonna resume building Whitebeard. So we just finished with the cape decors. Now we are moving on to his head. So just a caution for you guys. This bandana knot here is super fragile because the slightest push that I did broke it. Because you notice how small the contact point are. So if you're handling this, just make sure that you do not touch the nuts, because the slightest push will definitely break it. But it's an easy fix. A super glue will just fix this. Here we have the very long lance. See how long this is. And here's the blade with a nice water or air effect. And look how massive this thing is. So the blade just slots in to a peg here, although I'm not sure how it will hold up in the long run because it's not even magnetized or anything. It's just staying there due to friction, so I hope this will not fall in the long run. But I guess you can position it however you like because this is movable. And there's one more smoke effect goes on his feet here. There's a small anchor that goes on the side of Moby Dick. Sorry, it's supposed to be on his left side, not on the right. There's also a hole on the right side. I'm not sure what really goes in here. And the last part is his waist belt. Goes here. And to finish the build, I left out for last Whitebeard's emblem. It's Jolly Roger. She goes here on top of his nameplate. So there you have it, guys. The finished, fully assembled Jimei Palace Whitebeard 1/6 scale. So the next video I'll show you where this will be placed on my cabinet. But let's zoom in closer to some more details. You see the veins on his muscles, and the muscle sculpt is a bit rough, the texture. I'm not sure what this texture is supposed to be, but overall I think the musculature was a little overdone on Whitebeard, but I really like the pose, and it's very dynamic. But for me, what's a little off about this is his muscles were a little bit overdone, but the face is nice, it's spot on, and everything about this statue is massive. But still a really good statue by Jimei, and one of the best Whitebeard statue out there in the market. So let's see where I will put this on my cabinet. So here he is, guys, on the final spot where he should be, right beside Big Mom and right in the middle of my display case, because that's how I feel about Whitebeard as a character in One Piece compared to, you know, Shirahoshi in other characters. So you guys have already guessed what's the theme of, or how I would set up my display. It's based on how I feel about the character. So whoever's a central figure for me would be placed in the middle or the main showcase. So here he is, Whitebeard, with his framed framed what do we call this, portrait. So that's how he looks beside Big Mom, and I'm amazed also, guys, by how small the gap was. You see there are a bit of scratches up front which damage the bottom a little, but it's not a big deal for me. And you see just how close, or almost the gap between the top of Whitebeard is to the cabinet. So I'm amazed at how well I did in fitting him inside. So I hope this will not move anymore, because I am not really sure how I would get him out someday if I needed to. But for now, I guess this should do, and hope you guys like it, and watch out for more videos of unboxing and filling up this cabinet. So stay tuned and see you.